position, starting with the QBs. Oh wait, we are in the wide receiver section. We'll get there eventually. There we go. The QBs, yes, here they are. Let's look at them. Derek Carr is still number one on the field. Number one in our hearts. Didn't have as good of a week as he did the first two, but still pretty good. And Brock Purdy is moving up into the top three. Kyler Murray, I believe he was there last week. I forget who they took over. Was it Gino? I don't know. Forget who was there last week, but Brock Purdy, great week for him. 8 completions, 6 of them were dropped, so he was pretty good. And then Murray, just him and Marvin are already clicking, and it's crazy. It's crazy. He's been very good to start the year for sure. So, yeah, looking at Kyler's, getting back to that 2020, 2021 form in terms of grade. Purdy continues to be solid like he was last year. And Carr's is an interesting one. He's up and down, but staying strong this year for sure. So time for the wide receivers, which you may have already seen because it was on the screen. All right, Chris Godwin stays number one. Nico Collins stays up there. Olave, forget if he was there last week. He might have moved up, but either way, he's not far behind these guys. It's crazy. 90.8. 0.1 and then 89.9. These guys are all pretty close in their rating. But Chris Godwin continues to do what he does best. He's having a great year. Collins pretty on board with what he did last year, so he's keeping it up. And Olave, let's see, what did he do? Yep, so he's really stepped it up the last 2 years, and he might regress to the mean a little, but the 80s, as long as he's in the 80s, he's playing good football. So, good stuff. Good stuff for the Saints, even though they lost. They still got some talent. We head to the running backs, or PFF likes to call halfbacks, which, is the term, but it's alright. David Montgomery is now number one ranked. I think Montgomery was like top 3 last week, but I believe Henry and Allen are new. Maybe Henry was there. I don't know. I'm going to stop guessing because I clearly do not remember. But Montgomery, great start to the year for him. He's looking even better than the past years, but good stuff, even with Gibbs back there. And then Derrick Henry on his new squad. He looks great. Great year last year. He's actually underperforming currently, but yeah, he's been an absolute monster. Ran all over Dallas. And then Braylon Allen. What an interesting player he is. Fell to the 4th round. And him and Brees Hall seem like an incredible backfield to have, for sure. And you just look at his snaps there. It just keeps going up. He just keeps getting more carries each week. So he's a good player. It's crazy. Jets got lucky being able to snag him. So, yeah, that's our running backs. Fullbacks, I think I'll pass. Tight ends, Isaiah Likely is still on top. He had an incredible first game. Has dropped off a little bit since then. But it's almost like he's the number one guy in a way, because Mark Andrews had like no catches last game. I don't know what's going on there with him, but if Likely's the main guy now, I mean, the Ravens are going to be just fine because he can play. He can play for sure. Dalton Kincaid had a nice week 3. Actually, why does it seem like it's not even updated? It just says his first 2 here. The game was last night. I would have thought this was upgraded. I remember looking, and he wasn't on there last night, so I assumed it was in. Maybe they just don't have the snaps in, whatever. But and you can't see the grade for the game, so I don't know. We don't know what's going on here, but yeah. Kincaid was good this week. Brock Bowers, he was good week 2. He was all right week 3, but yeah, I think Brock Bowers is what they were trying to get with Michael Mayer last year, but he doesn't seem to be as solid in the league as Bowers has been so far. So great selection there. The rookie is already contributing, putting up top tight end numbers, so that's pretty good. We head to the centers. Yes, Eric McCoy, I believe he was there last week. Creed Humphrey, Linderbaum. If any of these guys weren't here last week, doesn't matter. These are all pretty well-known guys. So no surprise that they are still here. I feel like Linderbaum wasn't here, but I don't know. It's hard to remember. But these two up in the 90s. What a great way to start the year for sure. The Chiefs get everybody. I hate it. And there we go. Look at that. They even have a top guard, Trey Smith, right here. Let's see. What is he? He is a 4th-year guard. Okay. 6th round pick. Wow. Sometimes you can find guards late in the draft for sure. James Daniels. Wow. Okay, he's been around too. Nice. Yeah, he's having a crazy good year especially compared to the other years. So good for him. Steelers are playing well. And then Lucas Patrick, he was here last week. He's way outperforming what he normally does. So, but good for the Saints. Good for them for sure. Let's head over to the tackles section. Let's take a look. Charles Cross, he was here last week. Mailata was here last week. Lane Johnson has snuck into the list, the top 3 list. Eagles are broken. That's not right. They got 2 tackles on here. That's crazy. I love when PFF doesn't load. It's so lovely. There we go. Yeah, man, this guy's been around. I thought he was gonna retire soon, kind of like Kelsey did, but he might at some point. But he's been playing incredible football for a while. And Mailata, yeah, he was up here last week. He's continuing doing his thing. 7th rounder. That's just crazy. That's crazy. And then Cross, we know, was he 9th? Yeah, so he was on here last week. He is continuing to play well. It's pretty good for him. Let's head over to the defensive side of the ball. Oh boy. Alright, this is why we do this. I don't know these guys. Okay, Benford I know. And then wait, I think I know Fulton, but Zion McCollum. Never heard of this guy. Well, look at that. His first 2 years in the league, he was not very good. He's a 5th round guy, but off to a good start with the Bucs. Didn't play much in that first game, but week 2, week 3, played a lot of snaps. So I wonder if I guess he's probably in for somebody who's injured. But he's playing well. That's what they need. Sam Houston State. That's crazy. But yeah, I did not know who that guy is. Benford, yeah, we know Benford. He's been pretty good. He was good last year. So, 6th round pick. Jeez, another late round guy. And then Fulton, pretty sure I know Fulton, yeah. Yeah, he's been around a little bit. LSU, sounds about right. 2nd rounder. Not too good though, those first few years, but good start this year. Look at that. That's good. We'll see if he's able to even stay up here. Let's check out the safeties. Here we go. Julian Love. There we go. He's still, I think he was top 3 last week. But another 4th round guy. Playing really well this year for the revamped Legion of Boom in Seattle. Brandon Jones. Look at him playing pretty well. Playing some good ball for the Broncos. They had a good week. They did not let the Buccaneers score very much. Probably a huge credit to this guy. And then Reed Blankenship. Didn't he have a pick? Did he have a pick at the end of that Saints game? I'm pretty sure. So that probably helps his rating here for sure. But yeah, good start to the year for him. Already playing. He's been decent before, but he's already playing even better than that to start this year. Linebackers. What do we got? Fred Warner. Big surprise there. This guy he's been dominant. He has been dominant, that's for sure. So, yeah. Without further ado, Micah McFadden. last week, I believe. I remember him. Yeah, he had a horrible rookie year. Got a little better second year. Now seems to be playing pretty well for the Giants. So that's good for them. They need that help. The Giants defense has been alright this year, surprisingly. They did have some upgrades. They already had some decent pieces, added Brian Burns and all that. So, but also the Chiefs linebacker, Leo. Is it Janal? I don't know. But he's pretty solid last year and looks like he's getting back to that level for this year. So good for him. The Chiefs get everything nice. I don't get it. I hate it. But let's take a look inside. We got Dexter Lawrence. I believe he was here last week. If not, we already know who he is. We know what he's about. He's a really good player. Part of the reason the Giants defense is not terrible. Cameron Hayward here. Steelers, come on, BFF. I'm gonna need you to load. There we go. Yeah, Cam Hayward, been doing it. He's been about it. Been doing it for a while. So, no surprise to see him up here. Calais Campbell, wow. I mean, he's been around a while. And he's been playing solid football for a long time. You can see where the prime years were. He's fallen off a little bit, but still playing good ball. I mean, obviously, he wouldn't be on any rosters if he wasn't. But I mean, it's crazy. He has been playing 16 years? Jeez. And look at that, year 16 or 17, whatever it is. This guy is out here after three weeks. He's ranked top 3 in PFF. This team just traded away Christian Wilkins. That's great. That's great for them. Didn't help much against Seattle, but it is what it is, I guess. And last but certainly not least, we have edge rushers. Yeah, so Aiden Hutchinson, I believe he was number 1 last week. Or maybe it was Watt, I don't know. But yeah, we already know he's good. We know Watt's good, but what's crazy is the Steelers can line up Nick Herbig on the other side. And what's crazy is this guy is also Wisconsin. It's so funny. But he's a second-year player. He had a pretty good year last year, so they got him and TJ, or was TJ Ohio State? Yeah, TJ was Wisconsin too, yeah. That's so crazy. All the edge rushers come from Wisconsin, I guess, but wow, they got 2 guys ranked up. This is why the Steelers are 3-0. This is a big reason. Their defense has been incredible. Their coaching is great, and Justin Fields has been playing maybe safer, a little smarter, and he's having a good year. A lot of good stuff going on for the Steelers, and you can see that here. Defensive line they're animals, but that's it. Let's take a look at the kickers. I didn't look at the kickers last week, or maybe we'll do fullbacks quick. Yeah, Kyle Juszczyk, Ricard's up here, and then I don't even know who the Dallas guy is. They just don't get used enough for them to really be worth talking about. And then kickers aren't even, I guess they're not even a thing. I guess I gotta pay for the kickers and the punters too, but that's alright. Yeah, like I said, eventually, maybe I'll just toss some of the ad revenue at this and get it and be able to make these a little bit longer, but I feel like that would be too much information if I had it all, like being able to look at the top 3 makes me narrow the window, but it would be cool to see, I mean, it's a big league, so you want to be able to see like the top 10 of every position, so probably going to be worth it at some point to grab this and review it. And there's also a lot of other stats on here, so could use PFF and make some great videos. We already do the mock drafts, so we do a lot of those mock drafts on PFF, or maybe I switched, I don't know. I used a couple different ones, but it's hard to remember anything, apparently. It's because it's all filled with football knowledge. I don't have time to remember anything else. But that's going to be it for this one. Hope you enjoy the sound of these helmets. I tried to be a little more quiet today. Sometimes I get a little amped up and start shouting.